Well, we met at a party when we were both in college. She came with one of my friends I graduated with, and I needed a beer pong partner, and turns out she was a pretty good partner.
Came in clutch. Yep. Oh gosh, I feel like that was like a long journey. We talked on and off for a while, then you left for guard, and came back, and we still kind of saw each other intermittently, and we kept hanging out. It was good, then it wasn't so good, then it was good. So the typical ups and downs probably most people have in a relationship. But, you know, there was a time there where we were not together, but we would always end up at the same places. So I remember like one time I texted him and I was like, hey, meet me downstairs. So I went out the back door and he went out the front door because we didn't want our friends to know that we were talking again. And I got back, and, you know, ever since then, we just kind of realized that, you know, we had a lot of fun on our own, but together we had a lot more fun. So my friends will tell me to this day, like, don't think we didn't know what you were doing. We knew you guys were doing that stuff. So it's been a fun journey.
We went to a Creighton basketball game.
Yep.
With her parents and some friends. After that, I think we actually officially started dating.
He asked me that night in the car if I wanted to be his girlfriend.
So she said yes. But yeah, I think that was our actual real first date.
So every year on Thanksgiving, we have a family tradition of making peanut brittle. So it had been a long day. It's like a long day of setting up, and we usually do it with my grandpa, and it was my first year without my grandpa there. He had passed away, so that was especially rough for everybody. But it felt so good to have all our family and friends around. It's a yearly tradition, so we kept with it in an honor of my grandpa that year. And I remember I might have snuck away from the activities to take a little snooze, and I woke up and Mitchell was like, you need to get down there and help, you know, you need to go. And I'm like, I've been doing it all day. I've been stirring that pot all day. So I went down there, and my dad was up there, and all of a sudden my dad left and somebody else came to help me, and I was just paying attention to that. All you can do is make sure you're not ruining the candy. So then all of a sudden he came behind me and he said, I'm gonna cry. He said, I want you to know that your grandpa would be really proud of you, and I love you so much. And then he said, so I can't think of a better day to ask you this. And I knew right then that I had felt him get down on one knee. And so I didn't turn around for at least like what felt like 20 seconds because I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I turned around and he said, Kelsie Nicole Thomas, I love you so much. Would you allow me to make peanut brittle with you for the rest of my life? And of course I said yes. So that's how it happened, and it was the most perfect proposal ever. I would have to say, like, a lot of vacations. Yeah. We've taken a lot of vacations together, family vacations. I remember going to baseball games with his sisters and his parents to go see the Royals play. We've gone to Minnesota together. We've gone to Michigan together. Arkansas together. Oh boy. So I would say that's like number one is like traveling together. We've created a lot of memories, and there's a lot of places he hadn't been before that he got the opportunity to go and be around family and friends. So that's probably one.
I guess I was just sitting at home one night, and Kelsie came from down the hallway into the kitchen, and she says, Mitchell. And I looked, and around the corner she was holding up a pregnancy test. That was positive. And I think she didn't really expect my response. But I know I had a big smile on my face.
Biggest smile ever.
And I was pretty excited, and I don't think she was quite as excited at the time.
Also, I was thinking of my bachelorette party. I was like, I bloody my face. But, yeah, so we are expecting our first child in January. So just knocking everything out at once. But we're very excited, and that was a big one. It's so cool to see his excitement, and I think that's been the best part of it, is how ready he is to be a dad and step up and play that role, and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
I hope we can still have as much fun in 20 years as we do now, but just the amount of time I don't know if it's so much dedicate or devote to family and friends. It's really nice that we have that core group that we do like to spend a lot of time with, and I think that's where most of our memories do come from. So I hope we can look back in 20 years and say that we're still doing it.
I think there's a lot of things like that we're a lot alike in. Nothing that has to do with like tidiness or cleaning though. I would say, like, we both like to have fun. We both like to experience new things. We both enjoy sports. We love to play cards. And again, family's huge for both of us, which is wonderful. We're both pretty laid back, actually. I think sometimes maybe we're too laid back. But you know, he is usually right. So I just let that go, and you know, it makes a perfect unison. So, but I think, you know, we're both alike in a lot of good ways, but in other ways we're different. So, you know, we mesh pretty well. Okay, well, like I said, Mitchell's always right. And I just go with that, so I'm a little more laid back. He's probably the more cleanly one out of the two of us.
As far as what?
Just by slight
chores.
Yeah, like chores. We're different in that I'm probably a little bit more free-spirited than him.
She's more outgoing than I am.
Yeah.
She's not afraid to go into a room and make friends or talk to anybody or stuff of that sort, so.
Yeah, I could talk to a rock, probably. But in being that I'm so outgoing, I think he's outgoing as well, just maybe not as much, so he kind of reins me back when need be.
Wow. They changed a little bit, I would say.
Right, yep. I think we're definitely going to wait till after the baby. Send him off to Grandma and Grandpa's. And I would really like to go somewhere tropical, I think. Yeah. I think that'd be really fun for us. Bora Bora is top of my list. So, you know, if we're going to wait 9 months, we might as well go big or go home. So right. I think that's what I'm thinking. And I think he's never been somewhere like that either. So probably do somewhere all-inclusive. Swim with the fishes.
Snorkeling.
Snorkeling, yep. Experiencing things we haven't before.
Well, at first, you know, I thought she was a really fun person, really outgoing, kind of loud. Not in a bad way though. I mean, she liked to be not so much the life of the party, but she, you know, wanted to be involved with everybody and make sure everybody knew she was there. Right. To have a good time. One of the biggest is trust, and I think that's a pretty big one with Kelsie too. You know, if you can't trust what the other one's doing when you're not there, then what good is that relationship? I guess like love or compassion, which she's very good about showing that, and I think that's probably what's drawn me close to her. And just to have fun. I mean, there's never a day that she doesn't want to go out and do something or get involved in something. She's always volunteering to do stuff here and there, and so yeah, just getting out and being around people and having a good time.
He was funny. He was very fun and outgoing. But I didn't like him. I knew right away that he liked me because my friend, Kylie, she said, "Oh, Mitch was asking about you and such." So, and I was like, "Oh yeah, he was nice." But as we hung out a little bit more, or communicated a little more, it kind of turned into me liking him a lot more. So first impression was, of course, great. He's the most fun person that I know, and he's just so enjoyable to be around. Definitely honesty, openness, and willing to change. I think that being independent is important, and personal growth is really important in a relationship, but you also have to be able to grow together. So there's certain things, that we had to work through that, he wasn't too fond of, that was, some of my traits, and there were some of his traits that I wasn't too fond of. And I will say, tenfold, we have grown so much as a couple just working on those things. We're never really changing who we are, but we're working on that for the other person because we value our relationship and we want to work towards, a happy lifestyle. So